You probably walk past some of the most nutrient-dense greens on Earth every day and pull them out as weeds. We are counting down 10 of these overlooked backyard plants, ranked from familiar to surprising, each one packing more vitamins, minerals, or beneficial compounds than the supermarket greens you are paying good money for. Some deliver 4 times the vitamin C of spinach. Others rival dairy for calcium, or hide omega-3 fatty acids in their stems. A few will challenge everything you think you know about what belongs on your plate. Let us start the countdown at number 10, with a bright yellow flower you already recognize. In the 10th place, dandelion transforms from a lawn nuisance into a nutritional powerhouse. Those jagged, lion-tooth leaves and bright yellow flowers are easy to spot in parks, gardens, and even sidewalk cracks. What most people miss is just how much vitamin C and vitamin K these greens deliver. They have about 4 times more vitamin C than spinach, and nearly 7 times the vitamin K found in broccoli. Every part is edible, from young spring leaves to the golden petals and even the roots. For a quick mild salad, harvest the youngest leaves, rinse well, and toss with olive oil and lemon. Brief blanching can mellow the bitterness, if you prefer. Dandelion's value was so clear that wartime Dig for Victory leaflets urged families to gather it for its vitamin content. Always avoid plants near roads or sprayed lawns. And remember, only eat wild greens you can identify with certainty. Even the most familiar weed can outshine supermarket greens. Number 9. Stinging nettle demands respect and a pair of gloves. This mineral-loaded wild green grows in rich, moist soils and is instantly recognizable by its serrated, opposite leaves covered in fine, stinging hairs. The sting disappears after a 60-second blanch in boiling water, transforming a prickly weed into a spinach-like cooked green. Young shoots, 5 to 10 centimeters tall, deliver an extraordinary calcium boost, about 481 milligrams per 100 grams, cooked nearly 5 times more than spinach. Iron content is just as impressive, at 5.9 milligrams per 100 grams. After blanching, nettle is perfect in soups or sautéed with garlic and lemon. Anyone who is pregnant, breastfeeding, or taking blood-thinning medication should check with their doctor before eating large amounts, because nettle's vitamin K and other active compounds can interact with medications. Always harvest away from roads and sprayed areas, and never eat a wild plant unless you are certain of its identity. 8th place, purslane brings a splash of summer right from the cracks in city sidewalks. Its smooth, paddle-shaped leaves and reddish stems are easy to spot, sprawling across dry ground. What sets purslane apart is its rare omega-3 punch, delivering 5 to 7 times more alpha-linolenic acid than spinach, making it one of the best plant sources of this essential fatty acid. Just 100 grams provides about 26% of daily vitamin A and 35% of vitamin C with only 16 calories. Toss raw purslane into salads for a lemony crunch, or pair it with tomatoes and feta for a Mediterranean-style dish. Because purslane is high in oxalates, people with a history of kidney stones should keep portions small, or briefly blanch the leaves to lower the risk. Always harvest from clean, unsprayed locations and double-check your identification before eating any wild plant. Number 7. Lamb's quarters turns up in gardens and compost piles, with its soft oval leaves dusted in a white powdery coating. Sometimes called wild spinach, this plant delivers a vitamin surge that rivals anything in the produce aisle. A single cooked cup provides over 280% of daily vitamin A, 110% of vitamin C, and more than 1,000% of vitamin K. Those figures are far beyond what spinach or broccoli can offer. Cooking is key. As the greens wilt down, their nutrient density climbs, and a quick blanch or stir fry, also lowers oxalate content, making them safer for regular meals. The seeds, once mature, can be rinsed and cooked like quinoa for a protein boost. Because of the high vitamin K content, anyone on blood thinners should keep portions small and consistent, and those prone to kidney stones should stick to modest servings. Always rinse thoroughly, harvest away from treated lawns, and confirm identification before eating. Lamb's quarters proves that a wild green can outshine even the most celebrated supermarket vegetables. Number 6. Chickweed spreads a soft green carpet across shady garden beds and lawns in early spring. Its delicate oval leaves and tiny white star-shaped flowers make identification straightforward for careful foragers. While chickweed's taste is mild and refreshing, the real surprise comes in its nutrition profile. Per 100 grams, chickweed contains about 13 milligrams of vitamin C, 45 milligrams of calcium, and 1.2 milligrams of iron. Solid numbers, but not the wild multipliers sometimes claimed online. In fact, spinach nearly doubles chickweed for all three nutrients. Where chickweed shines is in its sheer abundance and tender texture, making it a favorite for raw salads and bright green pestos. Enjoying it raw preserves its vitamin C, but moderation is wise, as chickweed contains saponins that can upset digestion in large amounts. Always harvest from clean, unsprayed areas and confirm the star-shaped flower before eating. As with any wild plant, certainty in identification and starting with a small taste are key for a safe and nourishing experience. Number 5. Violet brings a burst of color and nutrition from the shaded corners of lawns and woodlands. Heart-shaped leaves and delicate purple petals mark this plant in early spring, often carpeting the ground beneath trees. Both the leaves and the flowers are edible, and they pack a surprising punch. Per 100 grams, violet offers around 264 milligrams of vitamin C, more than double what you will find in supermarket spinach, and up to 20,000 international units of vitamin A, rivaling the richest cultivated greens. The purple blooms are loaded with anthocyanins, antioxidant compounds under study for their potential neuroprotective effects. In the kitchen, violet leaves lend a mild, sweet flavor to salads, while the petals make striking garnishes or a subtle floral infusion for oils and syrups. Yet there is an ethical side. Violets serve as critical host plants for fritillary butterfly larvae. Over-harvesting in spring can threaten these pollinators, so take only a few leaves and flowers from abundant patches, leaving most untouched. Foragers are urged to balance culinary curiosity with conservation, ensuring that both people and butterflies can benefit from this shade-loving wild green. Number 4. Garlic mustard turns a backyard headache into a nutritional and ecological win. Its heart-shaped, double-toothed leaves release a mild garlic scent when crushed, and in spring, clusters of small white, four-petaled flowers make it easy to identify along forest edges and shady yards. While often pulled as a stubborn invader, these leaves pack a vitamin C punch, 25 milligrams per 100 grams, nearly triple the vitamin C found in broccoli. That is not just good for you, it is good for the ecosystem. In cities like Portland, community groups have organized garlic mustard pesto blitzes, harvesting hundreds of kilograms to make fresh, zesty sauces that help restore native plant balance. Raw, the leaves are pungent, but blended into pesto with olive oil, nuts, and lemon, they mellow into a bright, garlicky spread. Harvesting garlic mustard helps control this invasive species, but always double-check your identification, avoid polluted or sprayed sites, and remember, eating wild greens can be a form of stewardship as well as self-care. Coming to the top 3. Ground elder forms. Lush green carpets in shady gardens and woodland edges each spring. Its compound leaves are divided into 3 sharply toothed leaflets, and umbrella-shaped clusters of tiny white flowers are telltale signs. Careful identification is essential. Ground elder belongs to the carrot family, which includes deadly lookalikes like poison hemlock and water hemlock. The safest clue is the stem. Snap it and look for a distinctly triangular cross-section, never round or spotted. A mild, parsley-like aroma and the absence of any bulbous root help confirm the find. When picked young, ground elder delivers an impressive boost. About 140 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams, close to 10 times the amount in spinach, along with around 2 milligrams of copper for healthy blood and nerves. Sautéing the tender shoots in a little butter with a dash of nutmeg brings out a mild celery-like flavor. Always avoid harvesting near roads or sprayed areas, and never eat any wild unbeliever unless you are absolutely sure of its identity. For anyone on blood thinners, keep portions small and steady, as ground elder is rich in vitamin K. In the right hands, this persistent garden invader becomes a springtime superfood. Number 2. Hairy bittercress pops up in winter and early spring, carpeting damp garden beds and pots with its tiny rounded leaves and delicate white flower clusters. This peppery microgreen belongs to the mustard family, packing a surprising concentration of vitamins A and C, delivering about 130 micrograms of vitamin A and 17 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams, both outpacing lettuce and closing in on cultivated cress. What really sets hairy bittercress apart are its glucosinolates, the same beneficial plant compounds found in broccoli and arugula, linked to antioxidant and detoxifying effects. The taste is sharp and clean, making it a perfect raw garnish for sandwiches, salads, or even a quick sprinkle over eggs. Just snip the leaves and tender stems, rinse well, and use them fresh. No cooking needed. Foragers know the fun of its seed pods. When ripe, they explode with a tiny snap, scattering seeds far and wide. Always harvest from clean, unsprayed locations, since these little greens thrive in disturbed soil. As with all wild edibles, only pick what you can identify with certainty, and start with a small taste. Hairy bittercress proves that even the smallest weeds can deliver a nutrient punch, right up there with the best greens you will find in any store. And finally, in first place, wood sorrel brings a burst of lemony brightness to the wild greens lineup. Those clover-shaped leaves, 3 heart-like leaflets that fold at dusk, are easy to spot in shady lawns, woodland edges, and garden beds. One taste explains its reputation, a sharp, refreshing sour tang, thanks to high oxalic acid. But the numbers are just as striking. Per 100 grams, wood sorrel delivers about 78 milligrams of vitamin C, 8 milligrams of iron, and 150 milligrams of calcium, beating out most supermarket greens for vitamin C and iron, and nearly matching spinach for calcium. In the kitchen, a pinch of fresh leaves perks up salads, sandwiches, or even cold drinks, while classic French sorrel soup uses a quick blanch to tame the bite and lower oxalate content. Yet here, moderation matters more than anywhere else on the list. The same oxalates that give wood sorrel its zing can interfere with calcium absorption and pose a risk for kidney stones if eaten in large amounts. Always use wood sorrel as a bright finishing herb, not a salad base, and blanch if serving more than a few leaves. As with all wild greens, never harvest from sprayed or polluted areas, and only eat what you can identify with complete certainty. For anyone curious about foraging, wood sorrel is proof that even the smallest weeds can outshine store-bought greens, but a little goes a long way. For more foraging wisdom and safe, natural food inspiration, subscribe to Roots and Natural Healing. Across all 10 wild greens, one truth stands out. Real nutrition often grows where we least expect it. These overlooked plants rival or surpass store-bought greens in vitamins, if we forage safely and responsibly. The future of food wisdom may be right under our feet. Subscribe for more at Roots and Natural Healing.